Hey lovely sexy hobby people, welcome to today's video, which is Deathwing Assault unboxing. Now, I'm not going to lie, this has got a bit of heft to it, but not surprising considering it's got the Dark Angels data cards and the Codex in there. So, slightly different box to usual, in that we have a surrounding sleeve and then an insert. Now let's just pull this out. Look at that, nice bit of artwork. I may cannibalise this box to put that artwork in a frame, but let's have a look at the back. So here we have our whole assault force laid out. So we obviously get our Codex, our data cards, new transfer sheet as well, which is looking good actually. Belial, Deathwing Knights, and 2 sets of Terminators with upgrade sprues. Now, obviously I'm disappointed, as a lot of other people are, that we no longer get the command squad options. So we no longer get an ancient, we no longer get an apothecary, we no longer get a champion in that box. So it's a bit disappointing. Just on the reverse of that is the Dark Angels Deathwing symbol. Right, here we go. Wow. So Deathwing Knights sprue, obviously Belial, upgrade sprue, upgrade sprue. This is the third of our Deathwing Knights sprue, and then we get 2 sets of Terminators sprues. Now, I specifically have not gone out and bought any of the new Terminator kits yet, so this is the first time that I've received those. Disappointing, again, that we're just getting this instead of a nice bit of artwork that used to be included, you know, with a lot of GW's boxes. You know, so in their early days, you'd get a nice colour plate. And I've actually got the one from the Sisters of Battle and Drukhari one in a frame on the wall. So yeah, it's just a shame that it's that, a bit boring. Now, obviously all our bases, plenty of 40mm bases. This is disappointing. The state of that has got a bit bent, but it's not an issue. We can work with it. Right, let us and destruction manual. Let's have a look. Oh, let's have a look at this. Nice, nice, nice. I'll have a look at the destructions momentarily. Quick flick through the Codex. So we got this nice artwork on the front. We got a key, gold embossed key here. So I don't know what that is relevant for. So we've got a little bit of fiction at the front. And then information about the Unforgiven. Dark Vengeance box set cover work. Talking about the Inner Circles, Dark Angels Rituals, Master Lazarus, Hunt for the Fallen. There's Cypher. The Lion. Nice couple of page spread here. Updating his history, because obviously the last time that we had any history on the Lion, he was still, I can't remember if he'd gone missing or if he was still sparked out having a kip on the rock. Closing Days, Wormwood Ascendant, M41. Ah, and here's the artwork from the Lion beating down Angron. Dun, dun, dun. Nice. Right. The second company, the Ravenwing. The first company, the Deathwing. Then we're into our characters. Background: Azrael, Asmodai. So Azrael's the Grand Master of the Dark Angels. Asmodai is one of their interrogated chaplains. Belial is the captain of or master of the Deathwing. Samiel is master of the Ravenwing. And then we have some successor chapters. So we have our usuals: Angels of Vengeance, Consecrators, Angels of Absolution, Disciples of Caliban. You know, and then there obviously a few more here. Prime Absolvers, not heard of those before. The Unnamed, not heard of those before. Knights of Horrence, not heard of those before. Wow, cool. So the Angels of Absolution make an appearance in the Siege of Vrax Imperial Armour series. Showcase Colours of the Unforgiven. So let's have a look and see how they've done their Ravenwing bikers now. Dun, dun, dun. I really hate the fact that we are losing guys. We're losing the Firstborn. I really hate that. I love the tactical flexibility of the Firstborn. So we've got a new mini for Asmodai. Obviously a new mini for Grandmaster Belial. And I like the new mini. The old mini was a bit rubbish, which was why I made my own proxy. Dark Talon is still with us. Hopefully I'll get one of those this year. These are our new Inner Circle companions. They come in a box of 3, which is disappointing. It would have been nice if it was a box of 5. But hey, a company floated on the stock exchange is going to want to make money for its shareholders, and if they reduce units down to 3 models, it means they're not producing as much plastic, and it means more money in the coffers for their overlords. Oh, did I say that out loud? Nice, nice, nice. So some of the successor chapters here. Ravenwing biker there. And that's some nice shots. Combat Patrol. So the Combat Patrol, which I think has been widely reported, you got Gravis Captain, 10 Intercessors, some Hellblasters, and some Blade Guard. Will I get it? I don't know. I might not. I might get it. I might just get it. Right, painting your Combat Patrol. So this is new. They've not included painting in a Codex since like years ago. And I do mean years ago. Right, Combat Patrol, Vengeful Brethren. Here's your data cards for the Combat Patrol. And then Forces of the Dark Angels, Army Rules, Unforgiven Task Force, Inner Circle Task Force, Company of Hunters, that's cool. 3 specific task force for each of the Green Wing, Raven Wing and Deathwing. And then our data sheets. So, Lionel Johnson, Inner Circle Companions, going next to the Lion. Azrael, Asmodai, Belial, Ezekiel, Sunil, Lazarus, Deathwing Terminator Squad, Deathwing Knights, Ravenwing Command Squad, Black Knights for the Ravenwing, Ravenwing Dark Shroud, Landspeeder Vengeance, Ravenwing Dark Talon, and Nephilim Jet Fighter. And then you have Crusade Rules. So there you go. Sorry, I'm flicking through this. I'm conscious of the fact that if I was to stop and ogle this for any particular length of time, in addition to the points values printed here, which you can always use in agreement with your opponent, this codex is supported with live online points values, so you can enjoy them most. So you've got a QR code to get the most up to date, and obviously for Warhammer 40,000, the app, you've got your redeemable code in the back. Don't go looking at mine, I will blank that out. Right, and then we have our cards. So there you go. There are all the cards. So you have Blade Guard Veteran Squad, which is your combat patrol. So you've got your combat patrol units. Then you've got all of your nice gold trim. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, so all you've got here are data cards. Inner Circle Companions. Yeah, so the lion is the only one which has anything on his backside. And it looks like all the information is squeezed onto the front page of each data card. So yeah, there you go. Oh, except for the Deathwing Knights, Deathwing Terminator Squad, Command Squad. Okay, there you go. And yeah, okay, so there's not many that are double-sided. Right, up to date. Groovy. Right, let's have a look at the destructions quickly. So Belial builds into a nice mini. Obviously he has his Mark 1 tactical rock. And then we're into our Deathwing Knights. So you can give them Maces of Absolution or Power Swords. Again, really disappointing that they have not given us the same options that we had with the previous kit. That is, I am really really disappointed with that. So there you go. Right, come down. Let's have a look at your Dark Angels transfer sheets. So we get some nice Ravenwing ones here. Dark Angels upgrade transfer sheet. Yeah. So this, I'm assuming this is what comes with your upgrade sprue. Hence why there are very few shoulder pads and chapter markings for the shoulder pads. But we get something for the Librarius, the Apothecarian, and the Chaplaincy here. So if you wanted to, you could make a vehicle and add in specific markings to make that you know, to single that vehicle out as an apothecarian vehicle, etc. We got Ravenwing transfer sheets here. And they look a little large actually, so I'm just wondering if they'll be suitable for, they're not suited, they are for the bikes because there's a pair, so you'll use those to go on the bikes. But having said that, I also spied on the Ravenwing, on this upgrade sprue, I've also spied 3 pairs of 3-dimensional Ravenwing markings that you can put on the bikes. I mean, I've already done that with regards to upgrading my Ravenwing, upgrading the Outriders, because I put the old Ravenwing upgrade sprue, which I think is vastly superior to the amount of iconography that you get on it. I think it's so much better, and I am going to miss that. So yeah, the transfer sheet looks good. It's nice that we've got some big ass transfers that can go on to various vehicles, etc. And we've got some, like down here, we've got some writing that could be put into scrolls that you adorn your vehicles with. So that's nice. Let's have a look at the upgrade sprue. So it says here 2024 Games Workshop. So we have our plasma cannon. So they've kept that, which is nice. And we have another Watcher in the Dark, this time holding a tome. We have another book here. And this one has text kind of written into it, so all you'd need to do is just obviously paint the pages whatever colour you want the pages and then add in a wash to fill the depth. We only have one Ravenwing back banner for the bikes, which is disappointing. But we have plenty of shoulder pads. These look like shoulder pads for the infiltrators. These are Terminator shoulder pads here. They look good. Standard shoulder pads, we actually get 6 there, which is nice. And shoulder pads for Blade Guard veterans, I want to say. And so yeah, those look like Terminator shoulder pads, but we've also got some more Terminator shoulder pads here as well. Okay, so they might be for something different then. There's a lot on here, but it's still not as nice as the original Ravenwing upgrade sprue. Right, let's have a look at the Deathwing. Sorry, the standard Terminator sprue. So let's start with this, and you've obviously got your plain shoulder pads, and then obviously shoulder pads with Crux Terminatus. What's nice is that we actually get 6 here, so that's always handy. So quite often I find sourcing extra Terminator shoulder pads with the Crux Terminatus on them a little bit of a nuisance, but it's nice that we've been given 6 here, because then that means that you'll, you know, over time have some spares. So assault cannon, which is fairly standard fare for a Terminator. It looks like we're also going to get a heavy flamer. So the heads look great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 heads, 7 various heads. Obviously an unhelmeted head, so bare heads. This one's wearing a mask, a respirator mask. It looks like we've got our Cyclone missile launcher parts here, and our homing beacon there. And then the other parts I think I'm going to have to go back into... Oh no, there it is. There it is. There's the... Right, okay. So this is half of the heavy flamer. And then that's the assault cannon. Cyclone missile launcher parts. And yeah, it's fairly standard fare for Terminator's legs. Obviously, power fists, chain fists. Where did I see a chain fist? I just saw a chain fist. There you go. Chain fists. And the torsos and bodies. Fantastic. Right. Let's have a look at our Deathwing Knights. Let's have a look at this one first. So our Terminator heads here are kind of a little bit more knightly. They have very similar look to the Grey Knights with that chiseled front faceplate. Shoulder pads look really nice. So Crux Terminatus and shoulder pads. I wonder if this is for the Sergeant. We have our Watcher in the Dark and his little banner pole in sensor. So again, we're getting six helmeted heads here. We're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 alternative heads. 10 alternative heads. Or is it 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bare and hooded heads as an alternative to the helmets. So these swords always like just look short. I don't know what it is. It might just be that they... I mean, it's equal length to the one we get on... Oh no, that's not a Terminator sword. That's not a Terminator sword. Oh, right. So where were we when we were rudely interrupted by the camera space being filled up? Yeah, I'm liking these. I'm liking the shields. They're very similar to the... they seem to be similar in size and shape to the old Deathwing shields, but obviously lots of different designs. This one I like. So on this particular shield, we've got a line going down the middle, separating it, so you could do that 2 colours quite nicely. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different shields, and we've got 2 that are separated down the centre. So this is the other shield there. Yeah, I'm also going to see, because I'm probably, because these guys are robed, I'm probably going to see if I can get away with mixing in the Deathwing helmets into the other Terminators. So maybe give the Deathwing helmet to the Sergeant in the squads, and I'll robe up. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 robed heads, which is nice, and I will add the heads to the... Yeah, they should fit. It shouldn't be too much of an issue because it looks like it's the same sort of thing. So we've got a Terminator, a Deathwing Terminator torso on the upgrade sprue. So I will chuck in for the Sergeant. I'll use these for the Sergeants in the Terminator squads, and I will chuck in a Deathwing Terminator head, Deathwing Knight's head for the Sergeants, I think, just to give them a little bit more standout. But I'm liking this. We've got, I mean, all the, essentially it looks like you've got all your shoulder pads in pairs, and it looks like they've tried to group a Terminator like per quarter. You've got, obviously, this half looks like there's 3 on this one, so that they could get in the rest of the bits and pieces, but it looks like we've got 1 on this half. Yeah, you know, I like a lot, but there's still massive disappointment in the fact that we couldn't get what we had with the old kit. It's if Games Workshop produce a Terminator Command Squad, then that's not going to be too much of an issue. I can live with that. But if they don't, then yeah, disappointment all round. Disappointment all round. Anyway, that was... Oh, hang on a minute. No, I'm jumping the gun. Hang on, because we haven't looked at the bad boy himself, Belial. So, here we go. Again, another Sculpture 2024. Yeah, liking this. The options we get an unhooded and we get a hooded head option for Belial, and those that's it. I'm probably going to get rid of this on top of his thing. Now, in the old model, he had some sensors, like automatic sensors across the top of his thing. I might see if I can cut those off of a old Deathwing Knight tabard that I've got hanging around and attach those. His sword, yeah, okay. Is it the Sword of Silence he's got? Sword of Silence or Sword of Secrets? Can't remember. But yeah, I mean, the detail on the shoulder pad is nice. We've even got Belial. Is that... Yeah, it looks like Belial embossed into the scroll work there. The other shoulder is covered over. So when I build him, I'm probably not going to glue him to the base so that I can paint the back of his cloak easier. But you know what? That's nice. And we've got, obviously, his tilt shield on the front there with the nice Dark Angels emblem. There's not massive amounts of detail on the leg armour. We've obviously got the Crux Terminatus repeated on his knee pad there for possibly his right knee. But yeah, there you go. Right, now that's it. So I bought this from gamingfigures.com. Gavin, who's a friend of mine, go and give him some love. Check out his website at gamingfigures.com. He offers sort of like up to sort of like 15% on most stuff as a discount, and he's a really nice guy. Right, I will see you in the next video. All right, take care. Bye bye.